Imagine a world where the apocalypse wasn't an end, but a beginning of a brutal new order. And you are the survivor who has realized that retribution isn't just about revenge, but about enforcing a code of justice in a lawless wasteland where mercy is a liability and every act of kindness is a potential trap. You are thrust into this fourth installment, only to find that surviving isn't just about scavenging for supplies, but about navigating the treacherous politics of warring factions, rogue militias, and desperate communities that view your moral compass as a weakness to be exploited. But when you discover that securing peace isn't about hiding from the chaos, but about outmaneuvering warlords, corrupt leaders, and internal betrayals that view your quest for justice as a threat to their power, you realize that order isn't given, it's seized through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to the Day After Never, Retribution, the pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Russell Blake's Post-Apocalyptic Dystopian Thriller series. If you love dystopian survival tropes, tactical realism, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching protagonists navigate a hostile environment through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of human resilience. The narrative kicks off with our protagonists' confrontation with a new wave of violence, thrusting them into a race against time to secure their position before rival factions or ancient entities erase them from existence. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of smoke and cordite, the static of dying radios, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where they are left alone in the dark. Blake excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal displacement. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular survivor-hero trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting raiders, it's about understanding the complex ecology of a collapsed society, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse-engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narrative brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of The Day After Never lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major horde or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overpowered magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. The Day After Never, Retribution is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Russell Blake has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is